Hey, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
January. It's almost over. Know what that means?
Closer to spring.
Closer to spring.
Yay.
Makes me happy. What? The eye roll closer to spring. Best time of the year.
Spring's my favorite.
Snow. Yep, and that means summer's coming, and then you can start getting depressed all over again in the fall.
We can get rid of this.
Yes.
Yes.
You can get rid of that. Oh, I'm gonna.
I love spring. The waiting for the next round of flowers to open.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah. My camera's being wonky. What is going on? All right. Maybe because I'm moving too much. I don't know. I'm gonna take me out.
Get
rub that. rub.
Yeah. Do you have like a little cloth, maybe?
No, I don't know what it is. It was fine just a minute ago. Well, if I have to leave, I will. So yeah, sorry, technical. Maybe I'm too close. I don't know. Just makes my boobs look bigger. And no, I haven't even started drinking yet. It's right here.
A little bit of Vaseline on the lens.
Maybe I'm not blurry. You guys think I'm blurry. Because
What's in this Dr. Pepper?
What's in this Dr. Pepper? So if you missed last week, though, remember, now if this is your first time joining us, what the heck? Come on, camera. Figure this out. Give StreamYard permission on Facebook so that we can see your names. And we are streaming on 9 different platforms tonight. So we got our goods out of the way. Welcome to the Pet Pro Educators, the Groomer's Cut. I'm sorry I'm blurry. Oh,
there you go.
There you go.
There it is. All right, don't move. So we ended last week with cocktails and talking about cocktails, correct? We kind of went all over the board last week. And Angie, we missed you. Welcome back. And Melissa is taking a little sabbatical. She's actually got a lot of work going on because she has a hour commute to and from work. And so she was taking Mondays off for a little bit. And Michelle said she couldn't join us this evening. So I didn't know if, haven't heard from Mindy to see if she was coming on. And I know we were speaking with Jennifer, so I don't know if she's popping in also.
I think Jennifer has a family party or something she's doing.
Oh, is that what she said? Okay.
Yeah.
So tonight, I know we will have Latifa on in a little bit. She's in class. So she was going to come on because we were talking about her bourbon drink last week. So she was going to share that with everyone. Viewerland, did anybody bring a cocktail? Asking. Kim, you got your cocktail there? Because I know what you like. I spent some summers with Kim. So, Katie, did you bring one to the table tonight? What is that? Welcome to the shit show. Nice.
It's my adult sippy cup.
Oh, and what's in it?
Sailor Jerry and ginger ale.
What is that?
It's like Captain Morgan, but stronger. So it's like spiced rum with ginger ale.
So did you bring that back from Mexico?
No.
Oh, you just
I don't
bought it
remember
here in
where I
New
found
Hampshire?
it. Yeah, I do have some Cuban rum that I brought back from Mexico, but I needed the stronger stuff today.
Well, that great of a day.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
How many negative reviews did you get this week?
This week, none.
None. Oh.
None.
Okay. Chrissy, what are you on tonight?
What did I drink tonight?
Yeah.
I'm cheating. It's a Seagram's Calypso Colada.
Mm.
Coconut.
Very summery.
Very
Yes.
And
summery.
it
Every
looks
once in a while, the
blue.
frou-frou drinks are just really nice.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ooh.
Angie, your lovely Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I'm allergic to alcohol.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, like, a half a shot gets me, like,
Hammered.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
okay, I go
I saw
night
it.
now.
Yep.
That's done.
Yeah.
Which is fun to play with.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's like literally half a shot, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm gonna pass out in like 3, 2, 1. Good night.
Nice. Kim is on the treadmill with water. I'm sorry. That sounds awful.
Get some steps in for me, Kim.
Last
Please.
place I want
Just
to be.
transfer those.
Yeah, that's funny, Kim. All right, I've got my martini. You know, I like my
Ooh.
vodka, so I went with a Cosmo tonight because my dear husband, who usually makes my lemon drops, are not here to bartend. So, but I've got a little heavy with the cranberry because I usually like it a light pink, like Katie's shirt color, but it more matches my shirt right now. So, but
Well, we gotta have alcohol that
vodka.
matches.
Yeah.
Right?
That's just
Matchy.
You match yours. Let me see. Oh, Katie's matches hers.
Yep.
So, yes, I love vodka.
Does this bring out
all
my
right.
eyes?
Well, yes. And it blends in with your sweater.
There you go.
And it does match Angie's backdrop.
It does.
Yes, it does.
There you go.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, all right. So we got quite a few viewers. Anybody have any 1-star reviews? Viewer lands, come on. Be
I got
honest.
one.
I have one.
Okay.
We had a woman come in for a nail trim, and we had like just opened. We were open maybe a week, and so we were still working on our processes and this kind of thing. So she came in, she brought the dog in, and the dog went after my bather, like walked in and tried to bite her. She was just standing there. She didn't try to touch the dog or anything. And it was like, whoa. So she's like, okay, well, I want a nail trim. So I'm like, all right, I will take the dog. Took the dog in back. And I put the dog up on the table. And of course, I was going to muzzle it because we've already seen that this dog is a biter. And so I went to put the muzzle on, and the dog turned, instead of turning to bite me, bit my assistant, who wasn't touching the dog, who was just standing there, and bit her like really good, chomped like right into the palm of her hand. And so I'm like, okay, we're done. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
And so I sent her up front. My groomer was helping her getting cleaned up. And so then I decided, then the dog was perfectly calm. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe it was just like a momentary kind of thing, because now it seems fine. So she's getting cleaned up. I know, that I can handle this dog. If it turns out bad, then we're done. But for now, it's very calm and everything seems fine. So I did end up muzzling it, and the dog was like, okay, whatever. And I got the nails done, and the dog was fine for nails. So I brought the dog out, and the woman was standing there watching her, like dripping blood all over the front, while my groomer was like fixing her up. So the woman says, well, I want to make an appointment for a groom. And I said, I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable taking the dog for grooming, but the nails are done. I think, you would need a perhaps a mobile groomer or a house call groomer because of your dog's aggression issues. And she said, my dog doesn't have aggression issues. And I said, well, she tried to bite my assistant out here in the front, and then she bit her in the back. And she's like, yeah, but that's her job. And I said,
That's her job? Your job is to get bit?
I'm sorry, my assistant's
No.
job is not to get bit. And so that'll be $15 and cash or card, and like held up the square. So she paid it, came back, gave us a 1-star review, and then continued to give 1-star reviews like every day on Google.
Ugh.
And so I called Google and I'm like, yeah, I reported them. They did not take them down. They did not.
They did not. They will not. Yep.
And will not.
Nope.
So you're stuck with them. And
Yep.
She was like, very unprofessional. And so I just responded. I was like, your dog is aggressive. We did the nail trim. However, it bit my assistant. And you know that because you watched the groomer cleaning her up as she dripped blood in my front room. Here is a picture of her hand. And I linked the picture to the bite. And I said, which you knew happened and didn't even apologize for. So I'm sorry, we're not the salon for you. And I told you that, and you were upset you couldn't make an appointment. And so you gave us a 1-star review. And it hasn't slowed us down at all. And then we have a waiting list of 150 people, and we don't have anywhere to put anybody and haven't for 2 years. So they do happen. All you can do is respond professionally. And, part of our intake form says specifically, can we use your dog's picture for business purposes?
Mm-hmm.
And only one person has ever said no. And because we do after groom pictures, and only one person has ever said no. Out of 3 groomers full time. So probably looking at about 600 regular clients. And they came in once and they didn't want the dog's picture taken because they thought it was going to get stolen. And,
they thought the dog was going to get stolen or the picture was going to get stolen?
The dog. Oh, they thought the dog was going to get stolen.
Cute.
Yeah.
And they're so cute.
So,
okay. Question, Katie.
Some of my house call people don't want pictures.
I had one like that too. So yeah.
Some of my house call people don't want pictures shared, and I'm like, that's okay. I totally understand because it's in their house, and even if I'm trying to remove all the tags so that it's not tagging an address or anything. But okay, yeah, I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of 1-star reviews are around behavior problems.
Yeah,
a lot of them. And it's one of the things when I talk to people like in conferences and stuff and talk to groomers, I'm like, behavior problems are when dogs get hurt, people get hurt, equipment gets broken, and owners lose their minds.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Minds, and then next thing you know, your business name rhymes with another business that is across the country that did something that they're upset about, and they're on your lawn with pitchforks and torches. And people lose their minds, but so many of them are centered around behavior problems that if we can address behavior before we even take the dog in, we can avoid a lot of those.
What was your 1-star, Katie?
My 1-star is just one of those random, what do they call it? It's somebody that's never even been to my shop. I've never been a customer. And it says local guide. It's just one of those random. Yeah. So mine end up being, the one that I have is one of those Facebook we don't recommend things. And it was somebody that came in with a puppy that they said they weren't able to brush at home, that the dog went crazy when they tried to brush it. And so they wanted their trainer recommended getting the dog cut short. And then working with the dog and training the dog to accept brushing and things like that. And when we got the dog in and got the dog on the table, the dog was absolutely fine. No trouble at all for brushing. I was combing little mats out. The dog was barely matted. He had a couple mats on his legs. And then her husband came in to leave a phone number to call when the dog was done. And I explained to him the situation. We weren't going to have to shave the dog. Everything would be fine. You know, we could leave the dog like whatever the longest guard comb we had was and all that. And he was, that's great. She doesn't really want him shaved. She was really upset. That's why she was the way she was when she came in, because she was a little bitchy, for lack of a better term, when she came in, and worried because, you know, it's her baby and she doesn't want him shaved, and she, you know, the typical stuff. And he was like, oh yeah, that's great. She picked the dog up. The dog, we didn't have to shave him. I know my groomer did miss a mat behind his ear. I'll take responsibility for that, no problem. She left we won't recommend you because we didn't shave her dog. So, I mean, the only thing I could do was, you know, she just went on about how she wanted him cut short and this, that, and the other thing. But then all I did was explain our end of it and say, you know, yes, my groomer did leave a mat behind the ear, like you said. You know, the dog was great for brushing. This is what you explained to us. This is what I explained to your husband. And you never even tried to contact us and say, hey, you know, I'm not happy with this. You left a mat behind his ear. You know, I wanted him shorter, whatever. She never even tried. She just went straight to social media and said, you guys, blah, blah, blah. And so I offered 3 times in our back and forth to fix whatever she wanted fixed. And she just kept going about how unhappy she was with the whole situation. And so then I just let it go. Yeah.
I know when I read through people, when I read through people's reviews, like you kind of get a feel for like, okay, there are a bunch of reviews here. Oh, this 1-star review is someone who's a nut job. Like
exactly.
You can always tell the nut jobs who are like, that's not what I wanted, you know?
Exactly. And I think that most normal people will read your responses and know that whoever it is that's being unreasonable is being unreasonable. So
I'm trying to remember, Dara, what was the one that we were all
I was just gonna go there.
We were trying to the one that we were trying to figure out that she posted a bad review like 3 years later.
3 years after
it had been
I read
years.
that. I remember reading
that. We were like trying to figure out how to respond to that. Like, we're so sorry you had a bad experience 3 years ago. We're not sure if it was under the old owner
or the old owner, because you're not, and even put on there that I had a different last name and they took the review down, and like, what is going on with this? Posted pictures of the dog and how traumatized it was after 3 years.
3 years.
We literally were like, what is this all about? So we answered in the most diplomatic way possible was, I'm so sorry that you had a bad experience.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
I know, we were like, how do we make sure everybody knows that this isn't even a current bad experience?
Yeah. There were multiple changes of ownership at this particular business at that time. So it could have been any one of 3 different businesses in that 1 year.
Yeah.
Was not in our record books at all under any of the names or anything. So we reached out. I mean, couldn't reach out because we didn't have any contact information. Please call us so we can check and see if you're in our system.
Right.
And we have notes so we would know what went on that day or what happened or anything. Nothing, never followed through, didn't make another comment. That was right before Christmas, I think. Or before, it was back in like November or something.
Is that like Facebook popping up there like, today in your memories from 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I never did write a bad review about
I know.
them.
Do that.
I'm gonna get on that.
Right. What was that business name again?
I don't know. But I'm gonna just stand
I
on
know.
the porch.
Somewhere on Lafayette over by Robert Ave or something. Yeah, take care of those people.
I'll just write bad reviews for all of the groomers I know in town.
Yeah. She's probably been to every one of them.
Thanks, Facebook, for reminding me.
Yeah.
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 I know it was one of you.
I know it was one of you.
You know what you did.
There's one of you groomers in that town somewhere.
Yeah, so please, Facebook view, please go look at our 1-star review on that one, because that one, it took 4 of us to write that review, because we were like, should we sing it out? How should we handle this? We were
And
like,
we kept laughing.
all day long. It was like, okay, what about this? How does this sound? And Chrissy's like, ooh, wait, I would use this word instead. So it was, we like completely, it was Chrissy, Lori, and I, the 3 of us all day long. We're like, did that read well from 3 years ago? Think she'll remember this? I couldn't even, I was just like, what the hell do you say to that? I mean, come on. So
Yeah.
I'm getting even better now because I just got 5 1-star reviews
What?
last week, all within 20 minutes of each other.
5 different
It's the
people?
same person.
Boom, boom.
One person and 4 of his friends who are not customers.
Actually, one person left 3 reviews.
Oh, okay.
And 2 of his friends left reviews who aren't even customers. Over $60.
Ugh.
Over $60.
Ugh.
I do not $60. So I have
don't get it.
been in just, you know, this is what I said when we were writing about this and I was going through this. You know what? First thing I look at is, oh my gosh, this is like a personal attack. First off, my heart drops and goes, oh God, really? Another one? How many can we take this month? You know, the year's already started. I've had to fight off 2 from disgruntled, I don't even know how to say it, disgruntled training students that attacked their employer on our page.
Yeah, that one was weird.
Mhm.
So it was just like, oh my God. All right, we got to deal with that. That actually came to a cease and desist order that was given to them. And yeah, that one went crazy. So, but this one.
I love Angie's look. Angie's like,
I know.
I know. I think she's
Just
also
expressions.
reading Anna's comment.
Yeah,
Said
I saw
one
that,
customer
and I was just
called
like,
the
oh my
police on
God.
her. I didn't shave her
That's
dog
crazy,
short
Anna.
enough. She lifted his skin on his back to demonstrate how long the hair is. She called the police. What were they going to be like?
you
Anna,
monster. Did you lift
How
his skin?
dare you.
Monster.
Oh,
How dare you leave that much hair on that dog? Because she didn't shave her short enough. She wanted to say, wait, 10 reverse.
there you go.
There you go. That'll solve all the problems.
Annalisa and I we're always talking about 30 in reverse with the clipper vac.
There we go. When did we
You
get
cannot
that?
go
That
all
was
the way,
actually
Katie. It's a 50.
Not that it was a thing,
Go
but that was
50.
a joke we had.
Yes.
Yeah.
50
30
reverse
in
with a clipper
reverse
back.
with the clipper vac.
Yep. Yep.
It's
And it
exfoliating
was
too.
smooth
Fix
as
the top
butter off
layer.
our tongues for months one
Quite a
time.
while. Yep.
Okay, I got to get back to this review. So
Yes.
they are totally, and again, please, Facebook viewers, go read them. They're beautiful. Giant paragraph, no capital letters, no punctuation, and just
Oh my
bleh.
God.
One complete boom. And even says on it that he is going to hit us where it hurts on social media and Google reviews. A all-out attack for $60.
Lovely.
Yeah. I was like,
Ugh.
wow. And Google was like, nope, sorry, too bad.
Yeah, they won't take them
Yeah,
down.
no, they
Wouldn't
don't.
take them down.
No.
I gotta let it go.
I got
Gotta let it
threatened
go.
that they were going to call the Better Business Bureau on me because
Oh, I had one of
I
those too.
wouldn't take her. This was for daycare, but I wouldn't take her dog on Tuesdays anymore because she didn't bring him for 2 months because he was sick. And I said, okay, well, we gave your spot away because you haven't brought him for 2 months.
You trying to
So
run a
you'll
business?
have to pick another day. You'll have to pick another day. Like, we have plenty of space on Mondays and plenty of space on Fridays. And she said, well, I can't believe that you're not going to take him on Tuesdays. That's the only day I can bring him. And she went on and on and on about her life and this, that, and the other thing. Single mom. I don't even know. And then threatened to call the Better Business Bureau. Yelled at my employee. And then the next day called and wanted to sign her dog up for Mondays.
Oh, wow. Did you take her? Did you take her?
I did.
Oh!
I did.
Really?
Barrel crazy.
I'm going to say I probably would have too.
Don't touch the
Yeah.
crazy. Don't
I
touch the
probably would
crazy.
too.
It's
It's
literally
so hard
a barrel
to
of
not
crazy.
touch
You just
crazy.
turn the tap on the barrel of crazy. You're just letting it spill out all over Monday.
See, and we
What are you
wonder
doing?
why she has a sippy cup for an adult.
That says, welcome to the show.
You just think, I'm sorry. Okay. For everyone else that's watching this, this is what you do when someone kicks you in the rear end and shoves their shoe up your bum and then calls you the next day to tell you they want an appointment or to book their dog.
You just
Say, I'm
laugh.
very, very
Just laugh.
sorry
I
Laugh.
know
that you were
lungs
not
have
happy
space.
with our service, and you made it very clear yesterday, last week, last month, last blah blah blah,
Last
that you would
discussion.
not
Whatever it
be
was.
returning. And as such, I have given your spot away. I
Again.
thank you for your interest. I'm
Again.
sorry, I can no longer help you. And then when you hang up the phone, you say, thank God I have escaped the barrel of crazy. Because if you book them, you are opening the tap on the barrel of crazy, and they're going to spill out all over you like splooge.
Crazy isn't a single event.
They do.
She's
Crazy
going to
finds
again.
you.
And the
Yeah.
thing is,
Yes,
you
absolutely.
don't know what size barrel that crazy is until it starts pouring out. It might be a half keg, could be a whole keg, might very well be a vat for all you know. It could be literally a vat of crazy.
So, Katie, what happened with the story? Is she still a customer?
The dogs have been
How long
out
did
again
she
because he
last?
was sick.
Again. Does he have COVID?
Yes.
You're going to give that spot away again, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Spot away. Yeah.
And then go, I'm sorry, I gave your
All right, we
spot
replaced you as
away
someone
again."
reasonable.
You're going to be dealing with the Better Business Bureau again.
Oh no.
You know,
I got one of those too. Has anybody dealt with that? What a freak show that is.
I
well,
had
the
it,
Better
but I
Business
was
Bureau
just in
is not
case.
even. They're a
You have to
paid
pay
service.
for
Yeah.
their reviews. So they'll go to town for you and make sure they love
Yeah.
you if you're paying for those reviews.
Mhm.
But the minute you're not paying, they're like, oh, it's not our fault. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I did fight one, and that was last year, 2020, I don't know. After that, these 2000s.
They're all
They're
running
just
together.
bad. Yeah, it's just but yeah, that was it. It lasted 6 months. 6
Oh my
months
God.
to freaking deal with a stupid who again wasn't even a client.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even
I was
get it.
I was getting ready to go away on vacation, a 2-week vacation. I'm packing up the car, and I get a phone call, a voicemail from the Better Business Bureau, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what? Thinking that someone must have had an issue with me or whatever. So I called them and they're like, oh no, we were just trying to sell you better business bureau. Like, why would you do that to me? I'm getting ready to leave on vacation for 2 weeks. And I'm like, I can't have this right now. Yep. They just wanted to sell services or whatever. But I'm like, why would you make somebody panic like that?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, I know. It used to be. Yeah. Kim's right. Kim was here. Kim was at the school when that was going on. Oh, that was all crazy. Yep. So dealing with this, now I did a little bit of research and I went through because I was like, all right, how am I going to deal with this guy and his pals and whatever this is? I mean, oh God. Refunded. I just was like, I'm not even fighting over this $60. Give it back, refund it. Just, I'm done. I don't even care at this point. I'm to the point now, I don't even care. I stopped caring about everything that's going on these days. It's like, don't care. You want to write a 1-star review? Fine. Go for it. Because the research I have done on Google, whether it's their own research or not, I have found that people want to see negative reviews on businesses and that people look at them to see exactly how the shop or the owner or whoever it is, the business responds. And what they want to see in those reviews are empathy, sympathy. Do you try to fix the problem or do you point blame back at the person? Because they want to see not what people want to see in a service industry is, how can I fix that? How can I make you happy? What do I need to do? And if you're not getting feedback or responses back from those negative reviews, or they're not firing back at you, then that tells the people that are reading them that you did everything you could as a manager or a business owner to try and fix the situation instead of, well, it's your fault. Your dog's bad. Like that. So they really want to see that I'm sorry is there first that you had this experience. They want to see 2-3 sentences at the most, not paragraphs, because nobody's going to read through that. And people don't read long-winded 1-star reviews. They
sometimes they do because some of them are hilarious.
There are some.
Well,
I hope, yes. But so it's not a bad
on Amazon.
Oh yeah, I do. I read them.
They're funny on Amazon.
Reviews. I'm like, oh, what about this?
Yeah.
I've seen some on grooming equipment that I laughed so hard I cried because it's professional grooming equipment that we use on the regular. Owners don't know how to use them, and they're blaming the clipper for cutting the dog, or this
or a detangling spray that didn't detangle.
Yeah, this almost cut my dog's ear off. Can you believe? Oh my God! Blah. And it's like, no, you did that. That was not the clipper. It just didn't jump out of the drawer and go and come out of the dog. That's not a thing.
Yeah, but don't you think that should be like, doesn't that make us, when our stuff is out there like that and just being sold on Amazon, it really does downplay what we do. When you can see professional grade out there that we would use, and then like Angie said, you're seeing these reviews about other people trying to use it without the experience. We know it, but they don't. And I
don't know, because I think a lot of owners like look at that equipment and go, wait a minute, so the clippers, these are low grade clippers and they're $150 and I have to buy blades and I have to buy a brush and I have to buy all this equipment. And I think actually it kind of makes them appreciate what we have. Like you're going to a salon that has all of this equipment already. Like part of what you're paying for is I have the right tool and it's right here and I know how to use it. And
I'm not.
I
gonna
have had owners that groomed their own dogs, and they were very, very shocked at how hard it was.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard that too. Yep.
COVID was a great.
Oh, it was a big eye opener.
They love
Absolutely.
people.
Yeah.
Yep.
They came back and they were just like, she's awful. I'm like, she's not though. I mean, she is wiggly, but she's not. She doesn't bite. She
Right.
does like dance around and do her own kind of thing, but you just got to kind of work with that and catch focus and go, babe, okay, we can dance around in just a minute, but right now we got to do this. And they're like, no, she's terrible. Oh my God, this is the worst dog ever. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
but your price did just go up $5 because she's awful.
Mm.
Yeah.
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 And now we have a handling fee.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So anybody out there have any other stories? What happened, Anna, with yours with the police? I'm very interested to hear about that story.
Yes. Did they come and laugh?
Or did they?
Yeah.
Did they show up?
Great.
Wow. Yeah.
So I
That's
haven't
wild.
had any 1-star reviews, but I do a lot of gatekeeping for my house call customers, partly because I don't want to end up chained in someone's basement or, thrown
Yeah.
dead in a ditch.
Yes,
But
that
also because house call is very personalized. I also don't want to end up with like a dog who's super aggressive that I have to dig out from underneath the bed, So I do a lot of gatekeeping. So I don't end up with a lot of 1-star reviews. But anytime I have some sort of a complaint, I will tell you that what I like to do is not in any sort of an online format, write down my very sarcastic knee-jerk reaction. Just get it out of my
Right.
system.
Yep.
Yep.
Get that one out there.
Yep. No. Get it
Say
out there, but not
on my notebook. No, in a notebook with a pen.
yes.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to share it. But get that out of my system and then start trying to think about like, okay, what was the miscommunication? Where did we miscommunicate things? What were their expectations? And did I not meet their expectations? Because if they're unreasonable, maybe I didn't make that clear, and to try to like break it down. But I have to get the angry, sarcastic knee-jerk reaction out of the way so that I can then think it through.
It becomes personal when people go at you on social media or on your Google page like that. That's
Especially
a personal attack on your business, on
especially
your
as
people.
Those of us that like this is our business. We built this business.
Yeah.
We put in the hours. We put in so it does feel like a very personal, and in some cases it is a very personal attack. But yeah, so like Chrissy said, getting it out, getting all that sarcastic, angry, upset out first is definitely a good idea.
In a notebook.
Yep.
Privately.
Non-digitized format.
Privately. Exactly.
Non-digital format.
Yes.
Or call one of your groomer friends and vent.
Invent.
Which is also really
exactly.
helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah. But don't post when you start typing it and going for a response. Don't post the first thing because I know your hands are trembling. You're emotional in that moment and you want to fire off right away. Give it. I said, well, I don't respond until the next day. I sit on it all day long and it's just like, oh my God. And I write it and I think about it and I keep it there and then I come back to it. And then I did. I called Katie.
Yes.
I was going to
talk about it with
want to buy a friend.
Yeah.
And I have my husband read it too. And make sure that he goes and then, does this sound threatening? Is this an attack at this person? Is this professional enough? And like I said, Chrissy, when we sat all day stewing over the one that we all wrote it, and how many times Did we change it and tweak it throughout the day?
Yeah.
And in the end, there was nothing they could respond back to because we covered everything. And we didn't blame them. We didn't put any shaming on anybody. We didn't not say it didn't happen, but we also tried to fix the problem.
Right.
Yeah. But I think it was important that we also said, this happened 3 years ago. Forgive me for not knowing what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know,
This wasn't last week.
Yeah.
No?
Right.
Yeah. No.
We don't even know.
Was it rainy that day? What was the weather like that day? I don't know. You know, I mean, like, but yeah, I think that you can't write these up when you're still angry or when you feel hurt.
Yep.
So you have to kind of step back. But I kind of like to read it as, how would I feel if my mechanic was writing back to me, or my electrician, you know, like things that I don't understand, you know, like that. How would I feel as a customer who really doesn't understand what they do? Okay, I have a little bit of understanding, but probably about the same amount of understanding that most of our grooming customers have of what we do. You know, am I addressing their need? Am I trying to fix whatever issue it was without also just being stomped on? We don't have to be stomped on either.
You don't have to be stomped on. No.
We don't have to be stomped on.
And we do need to take blame and be accountable if it is a problem. And if something did happen. And I think that's a lot that, you know, we've got to be, I got to read this.
I know. Anna just posted.
Who wants to read it out loud? Chrissy, you read it out loud.
All right. Anna says, she shoved her finger in my face and slowly approached me, trying to get me to react. I didn't react. Good on you, Anna. My manager at the time saw this and came in and asked if I was okay. And that's when the owner called the police. The owner told the 911 operator that we were coming at her and trying to keep her dog. When the police came, they had to calm her down. I bet. The cops turned to ask me if the owner can just leave without paying and never come back. I totally agreed. She also already had the dog in her possession.
Wow.
Well, that's exciting. Oh my God.
Crazy.
Crazy. Girl, it's crazy. Yes.
Yep.
At that point, your money's not worth, your money's no good here.
No, it's not worth it anymore.
Peg size barrel of crazy.
Yeah. I will trade like free service, whatever it was, just to get somebody to just quietly walk out of my life.
Yep.
Please get out of my life. Sorry, we couldn't help you.
Yep.
Well, that's why I refunded the 60. You know what? Because if somebody comes and says, oh, well, it's a small town, and somebody says, oh, I heard that, you know, you're overpriced and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, he didn't tell you that he was refunded to 60 only to make him go away. But I'm not going to put that in. It's not worth it. If $60 is going to make or break me, I'm doing something wrong in business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if it means that much to him and he needs it that much, he can have it back and go on the do not answer list.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have that on your cell phone? Have you ever done that? I'm going to go back here before. I used to have on my cell phone when I was divorced and redating before I got remarried, the DNA numbers.
Yes.
Do not answer. So anytime
you can do that.
Like, nope, we're not answering that call. So if you have a cell phone, and you
my cell phone has this great feature that I can just block a number, which is what I do. God only knows how many people are trying to reach me for business when they've been doing political calls, because anyone who calls me about their candidate gets blocked automatically.
Yes,
sorry,
me
I
too.
don't want to hear about your candidate.
Yep.
Don't.
Yep.
Like, well, oh well. Yep, block.
Yeah. Yeah, but do you want to know if they're calling back?
I haven't really had it happen. You know, like I said, I do a lot of gatekeeping for my business stuff. So, and the people, when they are upset, it's like in person. You know, like when something happens, it's in person. It doesn't tend to go into reviews?
Yeah, I've had people that, I explained to them that we've done their dog for some time. They know that the dog is, since she was about this big, there's like, it's a Maltese. There's something wrong in there. She was vicious at 8 weeks. And the owner knows this. She bit the husband in the lip and bit off this section of his lip when she was 12 weeks old.
Oh my goodness.
So she knows the dog's not right. And I explained to her that because it was taking 2 of us wearing Kevlar gloves to groom this dog and to keep her calm, having my assistant the entire time with Kevlar gloves, just, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Because if you don't do that, she goes bananas. And so just constantly soothing her as if she was a rabbit. And which is kind of weird. I've never had to do that for a dog. And bunny, yes. Dog, no. And I explained there would be a additional $15 handling fee, because it did take me having my assistant to do this pretty much the entire groom. I could get her in and out in an hour, but it would be
1 hour that somebody else has to stand next to you.
right.
Yeah.
So she's not doing anything else.
1 hour with 2 people is 2 hours of shop time.
Right.
Right.
So, and I mean, I was being nice because I know that she can't afford $150 for this dog. So I was like, okay, it's going to be $15 more. And she's like, oh no, I can't afford that. I can't do this. And I'm like, I understand. And I know, my salon prices may not be for everyone. Here is a list of the other local salons. And then immediately called the other local salons and said, just so you know, this dog is a biter. Do not for a second, she will hurt you. This dog has broken skin on me like 3 times. And since she was, the dog was this big the first time I groomed it. And,
not all brains are born proper.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that can be really weird, and
like a screw loose from the time she was a baby.
Yeah.
And
something just wasn't firing.
Something was not produced properly, and it happens. And I think it's sad, but but I gotta say, Angie, one of the things you mentioned there is like the pricing and stuff and what people can afford. And I used to really, really worry about that. And now I'm kind of like, you know what? Do you know why I don't have a horse? I can't afford a horse. Dogs are a luxury item. We provide luxury services for a luxury item. And I know they aren't items, but I want to help people out, and I will negotiate and I'll come up with like solutions and stuff. But at the end of the day, like I can't afford a Great Dane. I can't afford a horse.
Right.
And I can't afford to have a rhinoceros in my backyard, like that. I think that we can kind of, okay.
Even though we all know everybody wants a rhinoceros.
There just aren't enough rhinoceros groomers, Angie.
It's a hippopotamus.
Oh, you got me.
And that's how you spit blood roll through your nose. But I think that we get wrapped up in like what someone can afford, and we want to help, and we want to help the dog, but we do have to kind of let some of that go. Like nobody told you have to, you just turned 18, you have to register to vote, you have to do this, and you have to buy a dog. Like that's just not the world we live in. There are responsibilities.
I have 2 kids and a picket fence.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Is that a white picket fence? What are the regulation heights?
Waist high,
right?
Depending on your dog.
Or rhinoceros.
I did. Anna asked.
Anna,
had problematic customers get back in booking under a different name. Some customers put the dog under their son or daughter's name and rebook. That happened to me once. And the second I saw the dog, now I remember I have a long memory for naughty dogs. And the second they came up on that porch, I'm like, it's that one. And I knew the name. And I'm like, that's so-and-so. And they're like, and I'm like, rabies certificate. And I was like, yeah, I thought so. I'm not taking that dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I told your mom that I wasn't taking that dog, and I'm not taking that dog. That dog is dangerous. I'm not taking your dog. I told you you needed to seek the help of a trainer because I cannot help you. There was this one, it was like a lab mix. And yeah, exactly. That's why I love rabies certificates. Saves my butt every time. And the dog came in the salon. I didn't even get it anywhere near the actual salon working section. It came in, and I went up and I went to hand the owner the paperwork, and the dog was like, "Wah!" And I was like, whoa, we're going to call it here. We're going to, because I didn't even look at the dog yet. I wasn't anywhere near the dog, and that dog came around her and came for me. And it was just like hackles and teeth. And I was like, no, thanks. Maybe when I was 20, I would have been like, I'll take it. No, not now. Not now.
Yeah.
That ship has sailed, long sailed.
Well,
the stupidity has left the building, and I'm not going there again.
Yeah. And I think it's okay to kind of remind ourselves too, like, you know what? That dog is not well prepared for our services.
Right.
We're pet stylists. We're dog groomers. We don't have to take every dog that comes in. Yes, that dog has grooming needs. I would like for you and your veterinarian to talk about what might be happening. And then I want you to do some dog training like your dog owning peers have done, because most dogs can handle grooming. And I really feel that a healthy dog can learn to be a safe dog. But if you're not going to be doing it and you're not working toward that, I'm not your groomer. Yeah. I'm not going to get hurt that way. And I think that we take a beating thinking that, like, well, someone's going to groom this dog. It doesn't need to be us. No. It doesn't need to be you. Honestly, they could go to Walmart, buy a beard trimmer, and try to groom their own dog. It's awful, but, you know, we're getting hurt. Groomers are getting hurt, taking dogs that, you know, people are not investing any sort of time in.
Yeah. I mean, the days of taking the dog that was Linda Blair, you know, they put them on the table and they do the alligator roll and there's biting, and it's like, no, I had to do that when I worked at another shop because I didn't have any other options. I had to take Linda Blair and make the best of it and do what I could because I didn't have a choice, because it was you do this or you don't have a job. Right. I like eating.
So that's why I'm self-employed. Well, okay, except for when I'm working with Dara a couple days a week there. But my own business, the reason why I started my own business, I just got tired of for my own business, you know. Yeah, what I started 21 years ago, you know, but that was because I was like, why am I being put in positions where I need to force dogs through trims, which we know is what makes them bad anyway. We create so many of our own behavior problems, you know, and it's like, and so you're trying to build trust with them, and there's someone saying that the trim has to be perfect, and I was like, I just can't anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
well, we operate like that though. I mean, we're very, if it's too much for the dog, it's done.
Well, that's why I work for you 2 days a week.
Right.
No, but that's the thing. It's like,
we're not going to push them. If they can't handle it, they can't handle it, and it's not worth a perfect picture.
No.
Yeah.
No, at
my school, you get what you can. You make the baby steps.
As a dog trainer, if an owner says we're not going to follow through on that, dog trainers also say that's not how this works. I'm not going to be able to work with you. If you go to your veterinarian and say, oh, well, we're not going to follow through with that, your veterinarian's going to say, well, that's not how this works. We're not going to be able to work with you. Veterinarians can turn people away. It's not an emergency. Turn them away. I'm very sorry, but your dog is not well prepared for our services. You can't just have a heart trap out in the garage and trap dogs and bring them in feral, you know, like train your dog. Not a new idea.
Catch
No.
coyotes and call them dogs.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
I picked this one up on the side of the road. Yeah.
Our local vet does that. They fire people.
Pick up coyotes?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, they fire people.
No,
Yeah.
they fire people.
Yeah.
People don't, if they don't come
Yeah.
like on the regular for their visits and they
Mhm.
don't, they just, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We replaced you with another client.
Mm.
And the people are like, well, I've been coming there for 15 years. It's like, yeah, you have 3 times in 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not.
Well, and people, like for instance, I had a customer years ago who would like just once every 6 months or something give me a call, and I'm like, I may be your regular groomer, but you are not one of my regular customers because I don't see you every 4 to 6 weeks like I recommend, and I don't mind coming every 6 months, but you're not a priority like same day or something if something happens because you're not a regular customer,
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. We got 5 minutes. We did good today. We stayed on topic. I
Even with
finished
booze.
my drink.
Chrissy made
and
Dr. Pepper come out my nose.
Chrissy
I
made
did.
Dr. Pepper. Welcome back, Angie. Didn't you miss us?
I will say,
They're just rich enough rhinoceros groomers.
Yes.
it tastes much better to drink it than it does to smell.
Yes.
I bet it does.
Smell
Those
Dr. Pepper. It's not.
bubbles don't come up that way.
No.
It's not.
If you didn't spray the screen, it's not good enough. We'll have to
That's
try harder
true.
next time.
Oh,
Gonna try
it was pretty
harder.
close, man. It was pretty close. It was pretty close. It was very bubbly. Very,
Oh.
very, very clean all through here
Very
now.
clean now.
Yes. The pipes have been cleaned.
Well, I'm going to put it out there. I would love some input on my reviews. So, and mostly my responses, just to make sure that I am, I'd like to see what you guys think. So please, Angie, if you get a minute and can look at it, my other pet pros that are not here, I think we got to take care of each other too. So,
Oh yeah.
if they're going to leave a review like that for one place, they're going to
do it for somebody
going
else too.
somewhere
Yeah.
else. And, but
Yep.
And I promise not to reply with, you're a barrel of crazy.
A whole vat of crazy.
Yeah.
hold that.
A whole vat.
Yep.
When you brought your crazy friends.
And
Yeah.
your crazy friends. Yeah. Yep. I know. Yeah.
Oh.
I have a quick
had
question.
some. Yeah.
Because we've got a couple of minutes left.
Yeah.
I always forget to even ask for reviews. I really don't have any reviews. And at one point I had asked for reviews and then it was like, oh, yeah. And people just never get around to it. But I usually don't even ask. Do you guys ask for reviews or do you find that you get 1-star reviews?
Nope.
You only get reviews when someone's upset or?
No, I asked
No,
for
I
it
mean-
on my Stripe.
Yeah.
It says, please review us on Google.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
then 50%.
And
of
I
them,
can
they do.
Yeah, I can add that to my, I never even thought about it till you just said that, Chrissy. I can add it to my like receipt email that goes to people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I just didn't even occur to me.
Yeah.
I
You can
probably
put the
do that
link
too.
right in too.
Yeah. Wasn't even thinking about that.
I don't have that, but Square does. So we get a lot more
Mhm.
Square reviews because they
Yep.
automatically send it.
Yeah.
But those aren't posted to the general public.
No.
So
Right.
we're just getting those. And do we get feedback from that? Yeah, we've gotten some weird feedback about great football game and it was really weird. Yeah, we've had some weird. And I was like, what does that even mean? She's like, I have no idea. I will call her tomorrow. So apparently she thought she was sending the message to her son and it was going to us instead.
Oh.
And we got a great football game. I'm like, what does that mean? What kind of is this like
Why does this review have an
slang
eggplant in it?
for-
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You
I
okay,
didn't know
Angie?
what that meant until recent. Come on. Yeah.
I gotta wait till Angie's drinking when I say things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching you now. Give me a second.
She's
I'm on to you, Chrissy.
Yeah, but I don't like to ask for them. I want people to do it who want to do it.
Mm.
But having it there and making a suggestion about it, I mean, that's different. But I wouldn't be there. Oh, well, if you enjoyed your service today, please Google us. Find us on Google and leave us a review, or Facebook.
Right.
Now would I love more reviews from our students? Yes, because they don't
Yeah.
give us reviews, but so that would be nice. But
Hint, hint,
hint, yeah.
hint, hint.
But that is the important ones we want. I don't really care if people are leaving us reviews about the grooming. I'm more worried about the school aspect, because that's what our main business is.
Yeah.
And keeping them happy. So it is what it is. But if you haven't, have you claimed your business on Google, Chrissy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I mean, it's okay to not having any is not a bad thing.
I tend to get my customers through other customers, through a vet, through groomers or trainers.
Yeah.
So
You're very specialized.
I'm very specialized, and
Yeah.
I don't, like I said, there's a lot of gatekeeping before I go to somebody's house. So, but I don't know. I never really think to ask for them. When I put up pictures, though, that's when I get a lot of happy
Cute
reviews.
comments.
Yeah,
Right.
cute comments.
Yeah,
happy
if
comments
you're
and
doing
stuff.
that on your Facebook page, then people are following that. I have found our Facebook, when we had the shop Facebook, none of our customers were even on it. They don't even care. So I don't know if it's a regional thing, or if it's just that, it's if it's becoming non-existent. I don't know. I just
all of my customers are on our
yours
Facebook.
are very active.
But
You do a lot of pictures, though. Yeah.
Every single pet that gets
You have to stay active on it. Yeah.
every single day. Every single pet, every single day. So all of them are on it. And if that picture's not up by 8 o'clock, we'll get a message. Fluffy got groomed today. Did he get his picture taken by chance? And they're always nice. And it's like,
Yeah.
I did, but I had to stop at the supermarket. I live in the middle of nowhere. I actually pulled over on the side of the road. I'm in my car right now. I will be home in about a half an hour.
And I will post Fluffy.
Yes.
He'll
And
be
I
my
swear to God, it will be there. But I just, I do live in the middle of nowhere. I am not convenient to anywhere. And I'm not a short commute. So if I stop anywhere, I am getting home late. And
I'm the same way. So
I'm squealing in. I'm like, I'm coming. So, occasionally I do have to stop in the middle of the woods and just type out a quick message. So, but yeah, it depends, because they know it's consistent content.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
And they see their
And
friends'
they look for
dog.
it.
Right. They see their friends' dogs, their friends' cats, and they like the pictures because they're funny. There's dogs on boogie boards wearing a Hawaiian t-shirt and a pair of sunglasses. That's funny. That's good stuff right there. There's a bunny, wearing a head bopper with little hearts going and a bow tie, and
I love your pictures. They're so cute.
I do too.
They're funny.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good with social media, and I kind of decided that not trying to put things out is a little bit better than putting things out in weird random bursts.
For your business, for that, because you're really good for the podcast and stuff.
Yeah, the podcast I put stuff out, but
yeah.
But for the business part,
I'm terrible with social media. I wish I could afford to hire somebody to do it all the time, because I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, see, I'm really good at it, and that's probably why. I mean, I'll make videos of the bloopers for the year, and I love it. I think it's hysterical. I have way too much fun with it.
That's good.
Maybe we should talk about that next week.
Yes.
I'll be better about social media.
Maybe.
Maybe it'll inspire me to get on it.
I bet I could. I bet I could.
Yeah. I've been saying for a year and a half, I got to get this blog up and going because everybody's looking for a blog. People like that stuff. They want short little things. And like you said, a little bit of content here and there. And I'm just like, not today.
Yeah.
But we kind of talked about this not too long ago about procrastination and procrastinating. And if it's going to if you put it off till tomorrow, it's not that important.
Right.
You're going to put it off again and again and again. So social media has not been that important to me. And I probably need to make it a little more important, but I'm not ready.
I think with social media, the reason why I stopped for my house call business is that I'm not always taking new house call customers anyway.
Right.
I'm trying to max out. But for me, when I was trying it, what helped was I had a couple templates with goals.
Right.
A tub picture, because people think those are really cute. And you don't have to worry about how awesome the dog looks. It's a tub picture, right? You know, and like maybe a before and after. But having like some sort of a template and like 3 days a week or something and just like nailing it, you know?
Yeah.
I always
All right,
forget
let's talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Can you do it, Angie?
Cool.
Bring it on.
I will be squealing in, but I will be I will be driving.
You can pop in a little late. That's okay. You don't have to meet us right at 7:30.
Okay.
Take your time and pop in. But if you send me a little bit of content first, so I can get the ball going. But we'll see who else can pop in because Melissa's been really good about her social media.
Yeah, she has.
She's always posting. So, all right. But we can talk about that next week. So, all right. More homework.
More homework.
I know. I got to do social media. Yep. Somebody's got to do the research here, ladies.
Yep.
Because I'm not squealing home like you guys.
No.
Right?
Pull in
That's
10 minutes before this starts on Monday.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The garage door opener. Hurry!
Nope. I'm right here going. Who's showing?
We'll be attending live from our cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will see you guys next week. Social media content it is.
All righty.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thanks for joining.